How's it going, viewers? So I got my wife's Healthrider Exerplay 200 upright spin bike over here in the loft, and she was complaining about a loud noise coming from the bike. Now I hopped on and I was hearing a really loud noise, kind of similar to something that you would find on like an old car belt, and a little bit of a metallic-y kind of sound as well. So took it apart real quick, and I wanted to make this video to show you guys what I did. So after removing your crank arm, just like this, it's just a single bolt, and then you're gonna need a crank arm puller, something like this here. Basically goes inside the crank arm and then pushes up against the axle, helps to push out the crank arm, just because there's a lot of tension on there. So once you get that out of the way, there's gonna be about 6 screws or so, depending on what model. Might be a little bit different, but Phillips head screws pretty much all around this housing, and then this pops right out. Get that out of the way. Alright, and here is kind of a general internal look of the whole thing. So there's really 2 main components. So this is where your kind of crank is. Of course, this is the chain wheel, and it has a like I said, a rubber belt. This is your actual flywheel right here, and then this one here is a magnetic resistance, and it is driven by an kind of an electronic button up at the top by the handlebars. Yours might have a manual cable. Either way, it's going to be kind of the same general principle here with generating the resistance and everything like that. So after I took this apart, I kind of already knew in advance that I had to change out the belts. I was looking up both websites and then videos online, and they basically told you how to change the belt. Now, upon further inspection, I noticed that the belt itself was actually in pretty good shape. I didn't see any type of cracking. There was no signs of like deteriorating or anything like that. This has always been kind of an indoor bike anyways, so it hasn't really been exposed to any like heat or extreme temperatures or sunlight or anything like that. So I knew for sure that the belt was actually doing pretty decent. Even though this bike is about 10 years old, it still looks brand new. So after I kind of tested it out myself, I was cranking on it and everything like that, and yeah, I did notice that there was a loud squeakiness coming from this belt here. If you can see how this whole mechanism is bolted to the chassis itself, it's bolted by 2 bolts here, and then there's 2 on the opposite side as well. And I noticed this whole thing was kind of shifted this way. It was tilted counterclockwise compared to the frame, which is pretty much parallel front to back. And then I did see that this belt comes around here. No, the lighting's bad, but there's a second pulley right here, and it was actually rotating on that at a weird angle, just because this whole thing was cocked counterclockwise like this. It was rubbing on the corner of it. So what I did was I loosened up all 4 bolts, strained this whole thing out, tightened it. You want to tighten each one incrementally, just so you don't have too much force on one end, kind of similar to how you would install a wheel in a car. But after I did that, strained everything out, check this out. Silent. Same old belt, same old 10-year-old belt. No noise whatsoever. I didn't do anything else. I didn't lube anything. I didn't take anything else apart. All I did was strain this whole mechanism out, and it solved my entire problem here. So instead of wasting the money on a belt or hiring like a handyman to install a new belt for no reason, all you got to do is just make sure this is straightened out. Once you do that, straighten it out, make sure there's nothing else going wrong with this thing, and yeah, pretty much that's all you got to do. As long as your belt is in good shape, you're not seeing any type of cracking or deteriorating on your belt, that's probably going to be your culprit right there. So again, quick video, just wanted to get this out there for anyone that's looking to reinstall a belt. Hopefully I'm going to save you some money in the process, but that's all I did, and yeah, I saved myself a lot of money and a lot of hassle, and literally just 4 screws, straightened it out, good to go for hopefully another 10 years. We'll see. Alright guys, that's going to be it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.